Internet, Mike here, King of the North. I'm joined by this jackass who's probably gonna stab me as soon as. Whatever. I hate you.
That other guy.
What are we doing?
This guy's dead.
What are we doing tonight?
We're gonna bring you part 2 of the upcoming Marvel.
Breakdown for part 2 of the Marvel movies, which I'm just reiterating what this guy said because he's gonna stab me and I need to say it anyway. So, sit back. So I'm back with pride, and if you can't tell by my shirt, we're going to talk about Thor 3, which comes out 7/28/17. I call it Thor 3, but we all know who the real star of the Thor movies is.
That's right, Odin.
That's right. God dang Odin.
It's Loki.
It is Loki.
And Tom Hiddleston will return.
So, I know the Norse gods are, they're kind of tied in with the Marvel Universe, and they're not the same things, but they got the names.
It's very similar.
What's the difference between the Norse Ragnarok and what I'm assuming is going to be the Ragnarok for Thor 3?
Okay, well, Norse mythology here, Ragnarok is the end of days when the wolf Fenrir eats the sun, eats the moon, and devours all the gods, and basically kills the gods and ushers in the age of man. That's Norse mythology. In comic book, so much, there is a thing called Ragnarok where a bunch of the gods do end up dying. I think you're wrong. I don't think that's what they're referring to, and here's why. Civil War.
Tell us why we're all wrong. Now go.
Okay.
Yes.
Why you're all wrong. Civil War. Civil War is being made, and as well as it's being incorporated into all these little mini movies. Civil War starts because Tony Stark tries to clone Thor. Makes a guy named Ragnarok, which the name of this movie is Thor 3, Ragnarok. Ragnarok goes around policing the anti-law mutants, ones who don't stand with the... Sorry, not mutants. Marvel can't use that word.
You can't say that word.
Inhumans. And so he starts trying to police them, but he's like kind of a cyborg. He's not really like programmed that way, and ends up killing one of them, Goliath. And once Goliath dies at the hands of Ragnarok clone Thor, that's what sets off the spark of war for a civil war to start. And I think that's what this is going to be about. I think this will be heavily influenced on Civil War, and that's where Ragnarok comes from.
So you think they're going to throw us all for a loop?
I think it's all a gigantic loop.
That's great.
It's like not a red herring, what do you call it? When it's a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of title. Sleight of title? Is that the thing?
It is now. You
Yeah.
just said it on the internet.
You hear that? Webster?
So guys,
Amy.
Thor 3, looking forward to it. It's Loki 3, let's be real here, because he's the star. But
Tom Hiddleston. I mean, that guy makes everybody awesome. Alright. Later. We're back.
We're back this time with some Black Panther talk.
Black Panther! Marvel's first black superhero movie.
Indeed.
This
And
is
it talks
fantastic.
displayed the Black Panther. Or has it been officially
It's
announced?
officially announced. It's Chadwick Boseman. Boswick.
Potato Potato.
You might remember him from the movie 42, where he played Jackie Robinson, where he played the baseball with the goals and the touchdown. I don't know sports. I think there's a puck somewhere.
If it's not soccer, you don't care, right? But
Inferior.
enough about sports. Black Panther.
Comic books! Yeah, exact opposite of sports. So yeah, Black Panther. This is going to be fantastic. We got a long way to wait. But it's Marvel announced a black leading man and a leading woman. Oh my god. Hollywood.
That's unheard of.
It is. It is actually unheard of. What kind of... Like, it's weird. That's unheard of. Like, what's wrong with society? But yes.
They're pretty ballsy.
Almost balls men. Oh wait, no, it's balls men. Never mind. Anyway, regardless. So, Black Panther, for those of you who are not familiar with the character, is one of the original Avengers. Okay, maybe not original Avengers, but he's always helped out the original crew of the Avengers. He's been in Avengers comics
He's been supporting them since
forever.
at least the 60s.
Yeah. He is the king of a... the tribe is called the Panther tribe. He is the king of Wakanda, which is this country in Africa. It's very rich and wealthy, and he's kind of like the leader there. And the leader of the Panther tribe is known as the Black Panther. And through some kind of mystical power, mumbo jumbo, which I won't go into detail, he ends up getting a lot of superpowers. He is allied and many times teammates with Captain America. They're like BFFs, sort of like two people I know. Brad Pitt and Brad Pitt and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So, them two guys. But it's really cool. I like that they're going to do it. I wonder what they're going to do it with. Also, we might see a little bit of Black Panther and Black Panther's biggest nemesis in Avengers 2. And finally, Black Panther is going to be I believe it's November 3rd, 2017?
That is the date in mind, yes.
Yes. So, yeah.
And the concept of the costume, if you see it.
Yes.
What is your thoughts on that? Because
Yes.
I took one look at it like, God.
The detail they put in the costume, in homage to the comic, as well as in terms of realistically wearable, we're going to see a crap ton of Halloween costumes next 3 years from now.
Indeed.
That are going to be amazing.
3 years. Black Panther. Don't miss it.
The other guy here with
Pride,
still here.
still here.
Won't leave.
They won't let me go home.
Can't leave.
I want food. If you're watching this, please send food. I need food.
Ignore
I
him.
don't know what the address is.
Anyway, we're here for our part 2 of the Marvel movies coming out, and we're gonna do Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Not DC. Marvel.
Not
Captain
Shazam.
Marvel. Right.
Not Shazam.
Coming in first female lead role for the first superhero.
First superhero lead role has boobs. Well, no, because technically Thor. Woman.
It'd be even hotter if Emilia Clarke got the part. Just saying.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to Kate Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica. That'd be so good.
It would be, especially if Emilia Clarke got the part. Just
Yeah.
saying. But anyway, continuing forward. What can we come to expect from this movie? I mean, I'm pretty sure she can kick everybody's ass.
It's really weird because I want to say did I say that about everything? It's really weird. I mean, it's Captain Marvel, all right? Like Miss Marvel. It's she's black leotard, lightning bolt, Carol Danvers, and it's funny because there's actually two Captain Marvel. There's the new one who's actually an Arabic girl, Camila Khan. I think I'm saying that. I remember it now, right? Which I just started reading and it's really good. I like how they're doing it. But they're going to go probably with the whitewash version, just because it's a female lead. And I want to say we're going to get action, we're going to get suspense, we're going to get the plot, we're going to get twists and turns. But at the same time, this is like the first leading woman role really out there.
I know.
So we're going to have to break ground with stuff. I have no idea what to expect with this, which makes me really excited.
Makes me excited too. I did a little bit of research on it, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, don't expect her to be in that. It's just a little source I was reading before we did the shoot.
Yeah, because she is an Inhuman. She's
right.
the original Inhuman. And she does get her origins in outer space. So I was kind of hoping we would see her in Guardians too, but you're telling me...
No, the producer said don't expect to see her, but expect a little bit extra when you watch the movie. So it's going back to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 preview. But anyway.
Honestly, outside of the suit, I mean, Ms. Marvel is the most recognizable female in all of Marvel comic books. Everyone's like, Black Widow, and it's like, Miss Marvel. I mean, she's named after the brand. You can't get bigger than that.
I don't know. King of the North is pretty sexy bitch.
I don't know. I think I mean, just between us, if I had to choose between a knight with the King of the North or a knight with superhuman woman, it's a tough call. It's a tough call.
Anyway, that's our take on it. Captain Marvel comes out 7/6/18. So
18.
don't hold your breath on it, but be
18.
prepared for it. 18.
Giggity.
Later, internet. Welcome back. This is Vesture with
Pride. Still hungry. Still here.
Still chained. Don't worry, we got you guys covered. He ain't going anywhere for a very, very long time. And we're here talking to you about Inhumans.
The Inhumans. Who would have thought they were going to make an Inhumans movie?
Not me, because I have no idea who they are, and neither does anybody else out there, except for the many experts they have that Wikipedia did after the announcement.
Exactly. I'm familiar with the Inhumans. I really am only familiar with Black Bolt. He's probably the most famous Inhuman, outside of Miss Marvel.
I've seen a tuning fork on the guy's head.
Yeah, Trident, yes.
So there, I probably know more than...
Most people. Congratulations.
High five!
You're in the top 5%. So I really think the reason they're doing an Inhumans movie is because in the Marvel Universe, mutants exist! There's a whole team of them, they're called the X-Men! But, the thing is, Fox has the right to X-Men.
Ouch.
Not Marvel. I really think this whole purpose of this movie is so that they can introduce mutants without introducing mutants. So,
A little backhanded way to go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Now all you need to do is make Arachnid Boy and, we'll be fine.
exactly. Arachnid Boy and Lumberjack Hairy Man with metal claws. And everything will be peachy. So, yeah.
So, what can we expect? What are these
A lot
people about?
A lot of silence, actually. The most powerful and most famous Inhuman is Black Bolt, who his power is if he speaks or makes a sound, he makes like a nuclear explosion in his face.
Like, personality-wise, they look like kind of oddballs from some of the pictures I've seen.
They're all from space. Space! But, I'm having so much fun with this. It's sort of like... Alright, so, I mean, okay, you have like these alien races, and without going into too much detail, Skrull, Kree, Inhumans. And the Inhumans are kind of like, they've been around forever, they saw Earth back before human life really evolved, and they're like, we can toy with these people. Toyed with a few people, they don't have superpowers. That's the story of the Inhumans, pretty much. The first Inhuman, Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, very famous, we just talked about her. I think the really big one is Black Bolt. We got a whole bunch of other ones. There's Medusa, there's Gorgon, there's Trident, Lockjaw the dog. There's a whole bunch of really cool little interesting things with it that I just don't know what they're going to do with it.
But other than that, unfortunately, that's way far down the line. We have no idea what direction they're going to go with.
Just thought, they might actually use the Inhumans to connect Guardians of the Galaxy to the Avengers. And
Really?
might be the crossover that we'll get, because the very next movie afterwards, I do believe, is Avengers Part 3.
Alright guys, I'm back, and luckily for you, this is the last bit of Marvel movie news you gotta cover.
It was light out when I started.
It was, but I will unlock your chains when we're done with this, and you can go get your food because I'm such a good guy. But we gotta get to this one video.
Such a merciful.
This one last piece of information, what all the movies we just talked about is going to end up tying into. And without further ado, why don't you let us know what it is?
Avengers 3 Part 1 and 2.
1 year apart. In May.
1 year and 1 day.
Yeah. Oh my god, so many comic book movies. So little time.
Exactly.
Marvel, take our money.
So, Marvel decided people shouldn't have money anymore. They should just give it all to us. And they decided to basically give us...
I just want to smell you for a minute. I want to get all this information.
Okay. Well, they decided that we don't need money. Right, and so they're making all these movies. Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America 3, Thor 3,
Inhumans.
I think Guardians 2. All of this is going to basically incorporate inside one gigantic cluster
Nerdgasm
of a movie. And that's going to be Avengers Part 3. We're going to have Black Panther, we're going to have Avengers, everyone teaming together to fight against Thanos.
When did we see Thanos?
When did we first
When
see
did
him?
we first see him?
In Guardians of the
No,
Galaxy.
you're wrong.
Oh, at the very, very end, the end credits of Avengers
I
Part
stumped
1.
you with a comic book question.
Actually, I was going to say, I was actually going to say Captain...
You saw it, internet.
Yeah, he stumped me with a comic book question that involved movies.
But continue with the joke.
Okay, so it's not really a joke, it's a plot synopsis. So basically Avengers 3 is going to be all of these people teaming up, and as you've seen throughout the movies, we've had the Infinity Gem show up, the Mind Gem, and Loki's staff.
The Tesseract.
The Tesseract was another one, the Power Gem.
The Ether.
The Ether was one, the Space Gem. I'm sorry, there's a lot of weird things.
There was the one in Guardians, I just don't know which one it was.
That was a Space Gem, I believe. And then there's one more I'm blanking on, I think it's the Might Gem, which will probably show up in one of the newer movies coming out.
Do you think, I've kind of said this to you, that Doctor Strange is going to have one?
Maybe I could see if they introduced Dormammu having one of the Infinity gems, but I mean, actually, probably that's probably going to be it. I think it's going to be Doctor Strange has the last gem, and Dormammu's going to have it inside the other realm.
Hell.
Man, hell is such a figurative term.
True that.
So basically, I think that's what it's going to be. We're going to get the 5 Infinity Stones. We're going to start the Infinity Gauntlet, or at least the Infinity Wars, and it's going to be so epic that we'll have to wait a year in between.
Yeah, so that's going to be, a fantastical movie that we're going to be getting on top of all the other movies we're going to be getting within the next few years.
So there you go. I can now go home, eat, free, unlock my chains.
I'm going to unlock his chains. Guys, this is the breakdown of Marvel movies, part 2.
Finally, Marvel, if you need a guy to be in chains and give you info,
He'll just be in chains anyway.
right here.
He doesn't really care. But guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Peace out. Whatever the stuff Mike Dust says at the end, that's what I'm saying. So,
I'll let your boy.
holla at your boy. Thank you, Jakaya.
good night, man.